They had the money. Millions of dollars. But in just a few years, they lost it all. Gone. Like it was never even real. You've seen the headlines. Lottery winner files for bankruptcy. Millionaire goes broke. How? How do you go from having everything to having nothing? It's not bad luck. It's not poor decisions. And it's not because they didn't want to stay rich. It's because they never changed who they believed they were. You see, a poor self-image is stronger than any bank account. If your mind still believes you're broke, no amount of money can save you. Because the subconscious doesn't care about your winnings. It only acts on your programming, your identity, your beliefs. That's why they sabotage it. They overspend. They give it away. They destroy it without even knowing why. They're not broke because of the money. They're broke because of the image they carry inside. And here's the truth. You will never outperform your self-image. You might win for a moment, but you'll lose it just as fast. If deep down, you still see yourself as someone who isn't worthy of wealth. Money doesn't change the image. But the image? It changes everything. Belief is the foundation of everything. What you believe about yourself. What you believe you deserve. What you believe is possible for you. That becomes your reality. It doesn't matter how much you earn. If deep inside, you still feel small, you'll shrink everything back to match it. Every time. Because the mind isn't just a thinker. It's a builder. And it builds according to the blueprint you give it. That blueprint is your self-image. If you were raised hearing, money doesn't grow on trees. People like us don't get rich. Don't dream too big. Then that programming becomes a cage. A ceiling. A script you follow without even knowing it. And here's what they don't teach in school. If you want to live a new life, you have to believe in it before you see it. Not the other way around. You can't wait for proof. You can't wait for permission. You've got to step into a new image before the world reflects it. And that takes courage. Because shifting your identity? It's not safe. It's not comfortable. It feels like walking into the dark with nothing but faith. But that's where every breakthrough begins. Not in logic. Not in comfort. In faith. You have to risk believing you are more before the world agrees. That's why the people who stay wealthy, they don't just manage money. They manage their image. They stretch it. They elevate it. They create a version of themselves that matches the success they want. And then they grow into it. Yes, it's risky. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But staying the same? That's the real danger. Because if your mind is wired for lack, you'll find a way to return to it. No matter what you achieve. But when your belief changes, when you dare to see yourself as powerful, as deserving, as capable of extraordinary things, everything shifts. You start making different choices. You stop settling. You stop apologizing for wanting more. You don't just wish anymore. You expect. And that expectation? That faith in a new self-image pulls new results into your life. Not by accident, but by design. So don't just focus on the money. Focus on the image. The identity. The invisible part of you that decides what you hold. And what you let go of. That's the work. That's the real transformation. Because when the self-image aligns with wealth, the wealth stays. It grows. It multiplies. And most of all, it feels normal. Not like a fluke. Not like luck. but like who you really are. Let me show you what belief looks like. What real risk feels like. When it's fueled by vision. Thomas Edison. He failed over 10,000 times before creating the light bulb. Most people would have quit after 10. But he didn't. Because he wasn't just inventing something. He believed in something. He saw the light. Long before the world could. That's not luck. That's not talent. That's self-image. He saw himself as a creator. As a man who could change the world. And he risked his time, his money, his reputation. To stay true to that image. That belief is what built the future. Now look at Oprah Winfrey. Born into poverty. Abused. Told she'd never succeed. Every voice around her said, "You're not enough. You don't belong." But she didn't listen. She believed something different. She saw something bigger. She dared to picture herself on a stage. When no one else would give her one. That vision? That unshakable belief? It rewrote her life. She became a billionaire. Not because of the money. But because of the mindset that attracted it. You see, real wealth isn't earned. It's embodied. It starts in the mind. And it grows through bold decisions. Steve Jobs. He dropped out of college. Started Apple in a garage. Everyone thought he was crazy. But he believed in a future people couldn't see yet. He wasn't chasing money. He was becoming the man who could build the future. Risk? He lived in it. And that's why his vision outlived him. What about J.K. Rowling? Single mother. Living on welfare. 12 publishers rejected her. She kept going. Because her self-image wasn't one of failure. It was one of a storyteller the world needed to hear. And that belief was louder than her fear. Now her books have sold over 500 million copies. Her imagination became her empire. So ask yourself this. What image are you holding on to? Is it small? Is it safe? Is it built on who you used to be, or who you want to become? Because success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who are willing to risk looking crazy. In order to stay aligned with what they believe is possible. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to see it in your mind. And refuse to let go. You need to believe. When no one else does. You need to walk into the unknown. With nothing but your vision. That's how it works. That's how all of them did it. They didn't play it safe. They didn't wait for certainty. They became the person first. And the success followed. Because the world doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. What you believe. What you expect. So if you're waiting to feel ready, you'll wait forever. The transformation begins the moment you say, "This is who I am now." That decision? That identity? That's where the power is. Not in the bank account. Not in the background. Not in what you've done. But in who you decide to become today. Now listen. This isn't just about millionaires. It's about you. Because you don't need to win the lottery. You already have something more powerful. You have the power to choose. To decide who you are. And who you're becoming. Every great transformation in history. It started with a choice. A new belief. Not luck. Not permission. Not a miracle from the outside. But a decision on the inside. You don't need to wait until you feel ready. You don't need everyone to understand. You don't need the whole staircase. You just need to take the first step. The truth is, no one's coming to rewrite your story. That's your job. And you're the only one who can do it. So stop replaying the old image. The one that says you're not good enough, not smart enough, not lucky enough. That's a lie. You are powerful. You are capable. You are worthy of more than you've been taught to believe. But you've got to claim it. Not just think about it. Not just wish for it. Claim it. Step into it. That means taking the risk. Even when it's uncomfortable. Even when you're scared. Even when no one else sees what you see. Because that's how belief works. It shows up before the results do. And if you don't change the image, nothing else will change. You'll go in circles. Make more money, lose it. Start something, sabotage it. Get close, then back away. Not because you can't win, but because your self-image is still stuck in survival. When your spirit is begging you to rise, you're not here to stay safe. You're here to grow, to expand, to create. And that takes courage, not comfort. So I'll ask you now, what image are you holding on to? And are you willing to let it go? So you can become the person you were meant to be? Don't let fear keep you average. Don't let doubt shrink your destiny. You've got one life. One chance to align who you are with who you were born to become. So take the risk. Dare to believe in more. Build a new image. One that reflects your highest potential. See it. Feel it. Own it like it's already yours. Because if you can hold it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Now go. Decide who you are. Create the image. Step into your power. And never ever look back.